Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Leap Tribe, our latest tribe here in Niche, using the most recent update, the aquatic update with Supermutations. And already in the first episode of being able to adventure with this new tribe, we have bumped into so many fantastic new adventures, so many new creatures. We have never had this much amazing diversity in our first generation before, and I absolutely love this, especially because we're figuring out so many new skills too. So we have Diggerpaw. Little Ruta and his three brothers actually have the Diggerpaw mutation right now, which allows them to dive into one of the empty meadow spaces and be able to dig out some roots. They only have Diggerpaw 1, so every time they dig, they end up bringing up one root, but I can't help but wonder if there's a way to get more roots the higher level your Diggerpaw could be. So in the future, we may try to breed up 2 Diggerpaws, but another one of the really amazing mutations that we're working on right now have to do with these tails. Do you see that? Look at all of our little beaver tails we have. They're so adorable, and we have quite a few of them in the family, but these tails give them swimming. So having swimming tail allows them to have a little bit of the ability to swim in the water. And yes, you can see the itty bitty teeny tiny no paws on several of our creatures as well. So where we left off last time, we actually had Adam and Eve, and Adam and his tiny little no paw getting a little bit older, and we're actually not going to have them have any more children because they have been able to have 4 children. One girl, Lily, who was the firstborn, and she does have that violet eye recessive. I would love to see violet eyes come out this early in our tribe. And then we have Didi, Nunu, and Ruta, the 3 sons that Adam and Eve have had. And they all have some different skills, but a few of them, let's see, it looks like Ruta does not have the swimmer's tail, but Nunu and Didi, yes, their names are kind of hilarious this time, do indeed have swimmer's tail. And so we're going to try to breed that in, especially since we have 2 stray females, 2 rogue females, who ended up joining our tribe. We have Laco here, who's a little bit older, so we're trying to breed her as quickly as possible so that she can have at least a few children with her unique genetics. And Laco came in with nimble fingers, which is what they're calling berry paw now, and that gives her the ability to both collect and to be able to crack open things. So last time we had Eve try to go down, since she has swimmer's tail, and do some swimming in the water. And we discovered 2 things. When you're swimming in the water, you have to be very careful, because when you are flying up high above everybody, then it's very hard to tell when you actually shove your creature down under the water surface and they start drowning. So I learned from poor Eve that we really need to watch out for creatures drowning in the water. And we also learned that because she did not have cracking or nimble fingers, so she didn't have any cracking skill, we couldn't actually get access to any of the shells, any of the little shelled creatures that we found in the water. So we just ended up having her take a dunking for no reason, but we did learn a little bit. And there's also a new mutation I really want to try to get called fishing tail. So we're going to see if we can get fishing tail and do some fishing this time. When we were in the water, we did see some little fish swimming around. I wasn't sure if they were actually the leeches that your creatures, the blood-sucking parasites, the little leeches that your creatures can run into in the water or not, but they may have been fish. So we're going to try to breed a fishing tail in order to lure those fish close to us and use them as a resource to take care of the Leap tribe, who is kind of large, 9 creatures and only 12 food. We have really got to start getting some food very quickly, or else we're going to be in trouble. So we'll see what we can do with that. All right, so coming back up to our tribe, we'll have to see where our diggers can start digging. Nunu is probably going to be, let's see, Ruta and Nunu. I think Nunu may be a better mate for Laco than his brother Ruta, because we're trying to pass on that swimming tail to their children. And Luta, Luta does have the jaws for it. Luta's going to be amazing when he grows up. Luta has digging paw, but I really want to see more swimmers. I want to get in the water, because we're so close to the water on this tiny island. Since it's such a small island, it makes sense to make sure that our creatures can start harvesting resources from down there. Plus, I just think it would be really cool to see. So we'll work on that, but for now, let's work on building up the food however we can. Little Didi can't really help out just yet because he has to be at least a juvenile and not a young toddler baby. I guess a baby would be the ones with absolutely no crystals, and this would be kind of like your toddler. Then your juvenile is your two 2 gem creature, and then your 3 and 4 gem creature would be your adults. So until Dedede is a juvenile, he cannot do any of the digging. I think he needs to be a little stronger to be able to dig. So we'll have to wait on him. Let's go ahead and focus on berry collecting for now. Eve is getting quite old, so she'll collect what berries she can. We'll collect up berries there, and I guess Lily will have to come over and collect up what berries she can as well. And Kois is an interesting extra that we added into the tribe. A little bit of a risk because she doesn't really have any particularly fantastic genetics. As you guys know, I am not biased against Spitsnout. I think Spitsnout can be a fun cosmetic feature, and we shouldn't judge a book by its cover after all. She also did bring in, I think, the H immunity gene. I'm not sure if any of our current creatures actually have that. F and A. Yeah, she does bring in a brand new immunity gene, so we probably will want to breed Laco at some point, or not Laco, excuse me, Kois at some point in the future. And she's also very young. Laco is older, so we had to have the chance to have a younger female just in case when Eve and Laco pass away, since they're about the same age, we would have the ability to get some genetics involved that wouldn't involve Lily, who is the sister of our only males, having to be bred against her brothers, because we would run the risk of breeding in some pretty bad traits that way. So that is why we have Kois. I know that she seems like an interesting choice to add into our tribe, but she's kind of like our bonus card that we're holding on to just in case genetically. Alright, so we've gathered up what berries we can. That actually worked out much better than I thought it would. Good, and we can dig over here. So Nunu can actually dig in this spot. I want to look carefully. I guess, is it this color? I'm trying to figure out how you can differentiate which spots you can dig in. But he dug up one right there, so we'll see if he can dig up over here next time. We're really tearing the ground apart. It would be interesting if you could have maybe a creature plant berry trees or berry bushes at some point. Maybe the berry bushes... I wouldn't want them to start dying. Maybe I don't want to mention that out loud in case that sparks an idea in somebody, but maybe you would have to like help to cultivate berry bushes. But I guess we're a little bit more wild than that. We're really not building a civilization as much as we're just trying to build a happy tribe of creatures surviving in the wild. So hopefully the berry bushes won't die. I shouldn't have said that out loud. That makes me nervous. All right, and Ruta... I think we will have him go ahead. We'll move Laco over and we'll have them mate. And we'll move Ruta over here. And Adam can help to clear away some of these grasses. So hopefully we can see some new digging spots pretty soon. And we may wait for Laco. Well, she's going to pass away pretty soon, so we can't really wait for her to have her baby. All right. Let me make sure. Yeah, fishing tail and cracker jaws. I think we'll do fishing tail and webbed paw. There we go. And then there is something else that I saw. I'm trying to remember. The water body. No, let's do water body. Streamlined body with big lungs. Yeah, water body would be a really good thing to do. Let's do water body and fishing tail. There we go. And then maybe we can get some good aquatic creatures. All right, so next turn. Everybody's growing a little bit bigger. Fantastic. And Eve, this is Eve's last turn. I'm gonna miss Eve. Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. Your mate is not going to be much longer for this world. And oh my gosh, Luta, your face. That is going to be... Remember how our very, very first episode of Niche was called A Spit Snout That Only a Mother Could Love? Yeah. I'm thinking this is even worse. I don't know. Would you guys rather have Spit Snout or Cracker Jaw in your family? Cracker Jaw does have a ability that we can use at least. So, all right, let's send this little one over here. Can we do any digging here? Not really. It's going to be interesting figuring out where we can do our digging. We'll send... Does Didi have the ability to collect other than that? He does not. He's just a swimmer or a digger. So that actually is not very helpful for us. So I guess we'll send him over here. There, he can dig right here, and we're just gonna have to figure out like what are the rules for having spots to dig in. We'll have to spend our time analyzing that. All right, and Ruta, can you dig over here? Like it's I am okay. Now he can dig here. Interesting. So I wonder if he just has to move once to make sure that he can dig up the ground. And we're going to move Laco. I guess we'll go ahead and let her have her baby because Eve is about to pass away. And let's see if we have any luck mixing together their genetics with maybe a violet eye child. I really want a violet eye baby. And also trying to snag that water body or fishing tail. What does water body look like? Will you let us know, Laco? Let's see. Oh, goodbye, Eve. We have a little green-eyed child. Look, and some of the digging spots disappeared, so we can re-dig in those zones. Wonderful. So we have Rasi, a little female. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, I kind of want to give her a special name. And I'm trying to come up with a fun naming system so we can kind of combine things. Let's see, Lako and Ruta had their baby. So, Rocco. What about, well, Rasi is much more feminine. Then we'll just leave it Rossi. All right. I'm trying to figure out fun ways we can kind of combine the names. It's really a fun little way to keep track of your tribe members too, when you can kind of smush the names together in different ways. And really, we got that from the Bakar line over in the Lasoon tribe, which hopefully we will be visiting. I've seen some comments already on the first video that just went up, where a lot of you guys are very worried about the Lasoon tribe and would like to see them some more. And hopefully we will be able to visit with them. So don't panic. All right. So poor Eve has passed away, which is quite sad. Lako only has a couple more turns left, so I need to keep the Nunu nearby. I do want him to be able to mate with Lako. Darn, and he can't dig in any of these spots. So I do want him to stay nearby. Maybe over here? And we'll just have her watch over her little cracker-jawed children. So this is interesting. Does she have cracker-jaw recessive? Is that why? Yeah, she does have cracker-jaw recessive. And it looks like it will take over Poison Fangs. But Poison Fangs is recessive for both of these little ones. Ooh, and look at her. Rossi has green eyes and violet eyes. Did that unlock green eyes in our family? No, it didn't. So we'll have to remember that too. And I don't think she has water body. Yeah, she just has normal body. So we're still trying to get the unique genes there. We'll move Adam over a little bit. And then Ruta, do I need to move him? Yeah, if I move him, then he has the ability to dig. So I guess you have to move and then dig. Dig up ground to find food. So we'll just have to figure out how we're going to make that work for us. If I move you again? Yeah, if we move them, then they can dig. So I'm sure there'll be an explanation at some point, or maybe that's like something that's being tweaked and kind of figured out right now. But we're definitely digging up the ground, searching for roots, if not being able to dive into the waterway yet. And Luta, oh, Luta can already dig. Luta, wait, how big are you, Luta? Luta, how many gems? Oh, you only have 1 gem, but you can dig? Huh. What is your digging ability? 1. He's got kind of an all-around 2 strength, 2 collecting, 1 digging ability, 3 cracking ability, and 1 swimming. So we may send him down to go swimming soon. But that's interesting. So he can dig. I thought they wouldn't be able to dig when they're children. So maybe it's just I had the other ones, the little juveniles, or the babies, on the wrong spot. So, All right, well, let's go ahead and continue moving. And we'll see, oh, more of the dig spots cleared up. Okay. We'll see what we can have. Rasi, let's see, you're a good collector. So I'll actually move Rasi up where her grandmother was, and she can start collecting for now. We may have her go work on cracking, but I kind of need Luta to experiment with that. So we'll look in at Luta. He's quite the looker, all right. Oh my gosh. We'll see what his cracking ability can do to some of those water creatures in just a moment here. All right, we need more. Oh my gosh. Did we just have a porcupine move in? Hello? Anna Mirana? Hello? Hi. You startled me. I'm sorry I made so much noise, you guys. Another spit snout. Oh my gosh, the genetics are getting so mixed up. Look at her. Look at her. She has the spiky body. She's like a little porcupine. This is amazing. I don't know if we should invite her in or not. She might eat our food if we're not careful. She does have 3 berry collecting, 1 swimmer, and 1 cracking though. What kind of genetics do you have? She's got violet eyes. Oh, but she has hemophilia. I don't know about this, you guys. Should we chase her away or invite her in, or can you have a baby with her when you aren't even in the same tribe? Can that be done? Ruta, do you like her that much? Wow, I don't know about that spiky body. Let's see. Does spiky body do anything for us? Let's look at the mutation menu. Spikiness. It adds 1 spikiness, guys, and it adds 1 strength. I mean, that's not swimming body, but I mean, it looks like Ruta is charmed by her, and we could try, because she does have cracking ability and swimming ability a little bit, we could either have her do some berry collecting, or we could have her do some swimming for us. So is Adam about to pass away? Adam's about to pass away. That might be worth it. I don't know. No, I think we'll just kind of ignore her for now. Even though she has spiky body and she's quite the fascinating porcupine that just jumped into our tribe. But I think we'll ignore her for now because of our food stores. We're really running very tight on food and I don't want to risk it. All right, so let's see. And now Dedede can do some digging at least. So he can dig here and then we'll have him clear this grass away. Oh, no, you don't, ma'am. Hello. You need to like not eat our berries. She just ate our berries. Okay, get out of here. Shoo, I'm sorry. Oh, and now that we scratched her, even though she has spiky body, she's going to end up dying. I'm sorry. That was really, it was, believe it or not, it's harder for me. No, oh my gosh. Oh, we can cure her bleeding by licking her, even though she's not in the tribe. But she's gonna eat all of our berries, and this is a really tough world. Oh, she ate our berries though. That's so hard. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to do this, but Koi's chase her. It's so hard, you guys. I feel so bad, but we have to be firm. If we're she ate our other berries. Okay, I don't feel bad anymore. All right, that's right. Get out of here. Oh, she ate all of our berries. Okay, I don't feel bad anymore. We just were raided by a porcupine. Okay, the bad, sad feeling for her has vanished. All right, now I've got another root. This is not looking like, oh, get out of here, seriously. And Emirana, I'm gonna have Adam mate with her just to see what happens. Did she attacked Adam for that? I don't blame her, but oh my gosh. Maybe she'll go have a baby in a nest and it'll be a descendant of Adam. I actually would really be intrigued to see if that's possible. So, all right, enough of that poking around. Oh, Lako's gonna pass away on the next turn. Maybe I should have invited her into the family. Gosh darn. All right, and Luta, we're gonna send him down. Oh, look, he can do some digging along. I thought you could only dig up in the meadows, but I guess any clear tile you can do some digging in. That is interesting. Okay, please, Lako, please, please, please stay alive long enough to have that baby. I'm begging you. She didn't stay alive long enough to have that baby, you guys. All right, looks like we're bringing Kois and her genetics into play a lot earlier than I thought we would. Oh dear. All right, this is gonna be a little tougher than I thought, and this is Adam's last move, so I'll have him kind of check out this area, and we'll go ahead and collect up these berries. Kois, am I gonna really have to breed with you? I may have to breed with Kois just from the sheer fact that there's nobody else female left that would be safe to breed with, because Lily is related to all of her brothers. Well, actually Lily would be safe to breed with some of her brothers, which I know makes you guys upset sometimes, but look, as long as their immunity doesn't overlap, then there's a good chance that it should be okay. All right, yeah, I would prefer to have Lily's genetics added in than having Kois's genetics added in, if I'm totally honest about it. So we're gonna try moving, let's see. Dedede, I guess, would be her nephew. All right, their genetics are identical. But if you look here, Nunu's genetics are not identical to his sister. So yes, we're going to have, sorry, sister and brother breeding, but that's the only ones we've really got left. Let's see, we can do more digging here. Interesting. So we're digging a good section, and we can do lots of digging in different areas. Can I do some digging over here? Okay, what defines, I can dig along the riverside. I might have we might have Ruta walk along the riverside and do some digging. He is genetically identical to his sister, so I won't have him breed with his sister. And then Luta here. How can I keep you from drowning? I need Luta to get into the water and find things to crack open. So if I move him down here, is he going to find something? There's some fish, look. All right, so we've got the fish. We were raided by I really should have chased away that porcupine. That porcupine taught me a lesson, you guys. If we decide that those are not the genetics we need, we have to chase them away. It's so hard because I feel like I'm being so cruel to the creatures. All right, let's see what kind of, oh, goodbye, Adam. Oh, and she's over there like dying in the corner. Oh, I feel so awful about that. All right, we have a new baby. Mimiri, who unfortunately does have the hemophilia. Darn it, and she didn't even display the violet eyes as I was hoping. What are her abilities? However, she does have okay swimming and okay digging. I'm not sure about this though. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous about how the family is going to go if I continue to follow that line. Maybe I should have Rossi. Rossi is really very promising. Oh, I didn't even notice that Rossi has double immunity. Darn. But actually, see, Rossi would be a good mate for Nunu. So we might have Rossi mate with Nunu and combine their genetics and see what we get. We have big body secondary, digging paw. All right, things are looking a little bit tense for our tribe, you guys. We're also running super low on food. And it turns out Dedede is a good digger, but he is not a good collector. So that makes things even more interesting. Oh boy. So he can do this. Let's clear away that. Maybe he'll have more area to dig. So when Rossi is old enough, I think I will actually be sending Rossi down to breed with Nunu then. So Rossi and Nunu are going to be mates. All right, and we're going to gather up what berries we can with Kosi. And then I may have Ruta. Look at this. Yeah. Wow, Ruta. Yeah, I'm going to have him move down here. And then maybe he can just keep digging along the beach. I'm not sure if we're supposed... Look, there's the pieces we're looking for. All right. Almost there. All right, we need this piece. Okay, we're there, you guys. Finally we can see what that does. And we've seen a porcupine. I feel like there's a lot more creatures now than there used to be. So this is quite interesting. A lot more of the rogue creatures, wandering around. All right, so how's everything going? Oh, I'm sorry. You can hear her suffering. That's just terrible. I'm not made for being like that firm, apparently. All right, so Mamiri. At least Mariri is healthy except for the hemophilia, so as long as she doesn't get scratched, she should be okay. She is short-sighted though, unfortunately, so it's not the perfect genetic match. So I may have her, and she can only gather one. She can do a little digging though, so I may have her move out into the digging fields. I'm going to move Lily over here. Oh wait, Rossi still isn't old enough. Whoops. All right, and we'll have Rossi just there so that she's ready to have some babies of her own. So normal body. Green eye. She's very interesting though. I don't know. Should we breed Kosi? Maybe once? Oh, to get that immunity H perhaps. So we'll see if we can get immunity H into the family. And then let's see. How much digging can I do? A couple digging there with digger skill. Look at that. And sure enough, I can scooch our little digger along. And then he can just continue to grab some roots from over there. And Luta is finally here. Can you do it, you guys? Are we finally going to be able to gather up some of these clams? I would be very, very happy if we could get some of these clams. So let's see what happens. Oh, he did it! How much was that? 2? Is that because he has cracking 3, so... Okay, so you get 2 from those seashells, finally! So if we have him walk along the water side with his uncle, then they should be able to gather up plenty of those seashells. That should be pretty interesting. All right, Luton, let me check your genetics. He would actually be a good mate for Kois. So why not? Why not go the distance? And we'll have our 2 most interesting creatures try to have a baby next time as well. I think that would definitely be something. Definitely would be something to see. And Nunu has 1 collecting. So I'm going to, what am I going to do with you, Nunu? Move him up here. I'm going to have him gather up these berries so we don't waste them. All right, you guys. So we finally figured out how to crack those open. Should I go ahead and just have... This is hard because there's not really any particular perfect thing to do at the moment other than just try to survive. So I think we need to start exploring a little bit more. And we definitely need more nimble fingers, I think. Nimble fingers need to be a thing. Water body needs to be a thing. So we're going to try to take to the water. I'm not sure which group would be best to try to do that with. All right, there we go. The rain has stopped. And Rossi will age up next time. Oh, look at this. Okay, slow down a second. This animal is 5 days old, age level adult. The lifespan has been reduced by 0 days because of the damage. Remaining lifetime 20 days. Oh, that's so interesting. And so what would this be? Adult 18 days? Interesting. All right, so she can't breed yet, but now we know we can glance over here. I would call her like a young adult more than anything. I like I mentioned earlier, I consider those ones the juveniles. All right, we'll gather those up. And then actually, let's send to Dedede if we can... Oh, there we go. Yes, another berry bush. Thank goodness. If we can actually have Dedede and the other diggers just walk along the riverside, they can just dig up the riverside in a big circle and do some exploring so that Luta can come over and he can come and crack open some of those clams. So we're going to have, I think, and we noticed this with the Lassoon tribe, we're kind of shifting gears in the game where things are becoming more, okay, actually I'm going to have her move up here and gather up those berries really quickly because she's a good berry picker. But things are becoming more spread out. You move your creatures much further than you used to. Oh, there's another nest, yes! Oh, we need that. Oh, that's going to be wonderful. But things are becoming more spread out. You have to kind of tackle different resources. You're having to start to think through what you want to specialize as too. There's so many different ways to gather up resources now. Do we want to be berry pickers? Do we want to be bunny hunters? Do we want to be diggers? Do we want to be aquatic specialists? So you really have to start specializing your different groups. And that's so interesting. That's so much fun. But all right, we are getting a little bit low on our number of creatures again, so we'll try breeding up, kind of mixing and matching a few of the combinations of our creatures next time. Maybe just throwing them together to see what happens. It doesn't seem like there's any perfect mix of creatures just yet, and that's probably because we don't really have a specialist. We have a lot of generalists, and actually Luta is a good example of that. A generalist who can crack things open, he can dig, he can collect, he can fight a teeny bit, but it's not really anything that gives us a huge boost in any particular direction with protecting or feeding our clan. So we'll see what we can do. We will definitely see what we can do, and I think we'll have some very interesting babies next time. So I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.